Hello friends, my name is Hameed. Today I have this convection fan motor assembly. I'm going to replace it on this BlueStar wall oven. The part number for this convection fan motor is Csk-600465. This is a new part. This is not going to look like before. It's not going to look like old part. So this part is a little bit different compared to the old one, and I'm going to show you how to replace this and how to do the wiring on it. Because the old part has 2 wires going into it, but has 2 pins in it, which is normal. On this new one, you have 3 wires, 2 wires, 3 pins. So we are gonna add those wires in correct position here. So if you made a mistake, the oven is not gonna work properly, or possibly you're gonna damage this fan. So please watch my full video. The model number for this wall oven is BSEWO30ECSD. So I wrote down the model number of this wall oven, and of course I also wrote down the part number Csk-600465, and it's located inside of the unit. So we are going to remove the racks from inside. See, when you open the door, the racks looks like this. You remove it and keep it on the side. Make sure you have a blanket. This bottom one, lower one, you lift it up and then pull it out, and then push it and lift it up again. You have to lift it up. Here you can also leave it on the floor. So this is the inside of the oven where the convection element and convection fan motor is. We are going to open a couple of screws from this place. So let me get a flashlight. In order to remove this convection fan motor, we are going to remove I'm going to show you first this screw. We are going to remove it. We're going to remove this screw on top, this one. Remember to turn off the power before you work on it. So I already have the unit off, so I'm not gonna have to worry about anything. And then you remove this part. See the way it looks. Remember, it only goes in one position. And if you made a mistake or you don't know how to remove this and reinstall it back in, I'll show you a trick. What you can do is, on the top, just get a marker or a pencil, write in T. See, T for top. And then you're gonna reinstall it in that position. So remove this and keep it on the side. You can put it on top of the racks. So all of these screws are Phillips. I'll show you the way the Phillips looks. See? And of course the Phillips drill bit looks like this. Remember, you want to make sure the power is off completely from the breaker when you do this. So the next part we're going to do is, we will remove our convection element. This is the convection element. There's one screw from the top we're going to remove. I would keep it loose for now. And then there's 2 screws at the bottom, right? Sorry, there's 1. So in total there's 2 screws. 1 screw from the bottom. Again, this is Phillips. See the way it looks. You're not going to mix up the screws, they're all looking the same. And then this top part. So the convection element gets loose, and then you kind of have to pull it out more. Remember, you have to hold it straight when you pull it out. Do not lean it down and pull it out. So hold it up like this and then slowly pull it out. see it has orange and blue wire. You pull it enough and now keep it on the side. Or what you can do is to make your job easier, please disconnect the wires. So hold it from the pin, move it back and forth. Here, blue goes here, orange goes here. It does not matter, even if you mix up the wires, you're completely on the safe side. You do not have to take a picture of these wires. You can also keep this on the side and push these wires down so it's not on your way. And then the next part you're going to do is you remove this screw. You remove this screw. Sometimes these screws are really tight and really hard to remove. Please do not hold your drill loose like a beginner technician and strip the screws. So if you get the feeling that the screws are really tight, what you can do is put your drill, position the drill like this perfectly on here. So it has to perfectly set, right? And then after that you hold it tight against the back wall. So hold it tight and put one of your hand here, push it really hard, and then try to remove this. You want to do this with all the screws when you remove them for the first time, because some of the screws might be very tight and seized. So if you kind of hold your drill loose and you try to open it like this, it's gonna spin, and of course it's gonna strip the screw, and that's a bigger problem. If that happens, then you're gonna have to extract the screw from there. I hope that doesn't happen, but I'm giving you these tips in advance. So when you remove the fourth screw, the whole convection fan motor leans forward, and then you have to use two hands and kind of lift it up, and here you go, keep it on the side. So when you remove this, what's gonna happen is one of the wires will come out. I got the white one, which is the neutral, goes here, and then the blue one, that's our main line. And this is the old convection fan motor. You only replace this if it's making noise, or if it's not spinning, not running, or it's making a squeaking noise, or if it's running on and off, or it's humming. If it's humming, you also replace this. So the way it looks, this is about 3000 RPM. See that? So the 0.62 LRA means that if it reaches 0.62 amperage, if it reaches over 6.2, it's gonna seize. The motor will seize, and then you have to replace it. I see this LRA on fresh compressors too. For example, it would say 14 LRA. That means it has to reach 14 amps before the compressor seizes. So that's why I thought I'll just mention this. It's not important, but I'll mention it to you. Okay, so all the bits and pieces are here. The cover, the convection motor and element, and here you go. This is our new updated fan motor. Of course, it does not come with the convection element. The part number is Csk-600465. Again, this is the model number of this wall oven. It's BSEW030ECSD. Okay, so now what we are going to do is, remember, you have to remember something here. When you remove this convection fan motor, look at the position of it. So I remove in this position. You have to remember this. This is the large part, this is the smaller part. You see this here, this small part, large part, the same thing, large part, small part. What we are going to do is we will actually remove this 4 screw from here. They're all Phillips drill bit. You're not going to strip this easily because it's brand new. So when you try to remove it, it's going to come out very smoothly compared to the old one, because the old one, the screws are so they come like butter. They come out really good. Remember, be smart always. It's not gonna hurt anything. Just write down a small T in there. See, you barely see it, and you can wipe it with your finger after. So here you go. This is the new one, and this is the old one. Can you tell the difference? I can tell the difference. Why? So the reason I can tell the difference is, if you look inside of the oven, you see that black discoloration there? That black, I personally think that black discoloration was causing a lot of stress on this fan motor, and because of that it failed, or it didn't work properly, or it made noise. Because what happens when you add these screws back in, the back of this was actually hitting that back, and you see that discoloration, right? That black discoloration shouldn't be there. It's there for a reason, because the back of the motor is hitting it, and that's why the BlueStar has redesigned this. And see, it's just a little bit of difference, not too much. See, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you from the other side here. See, this one is higher. This one is higher, this one is lower. And I will also show you something else here. Look at the old one, right? Look at the new one. Can you tell the difference between new one and old one? Yes, you can, because this one has covered lip on it, on this, and then this one does not have that. I got some kind of filters here. See? So old one and old one. And I will actually show you the new fan, the way the lines are here. So when you receive this convection fan from BlueStar, or from somewhere, from any place you buy it, what's going to happen is, I will also show you another difference here. I don't know if it's important to you or not. Look at this box where this motor is attached to it, and look at this box. See how thin this is? Look how thick this box is. And of course this is the difference. Okay, so this is the old one. You see, you got only 2 pins coming from the winding. 1, 2. On this one we got 1, 2, 3. So they did the smart thing by adding these marks on it for the wiring diagram. I would call it the wiring diagram here, the wiring notes, or the pin notes. So they wrote an N. It almost looks like they did it with a pen or a pencil or something. So it says N, this is for neutral, and then it says H for the high. H means high, L means low. Low, high, neutral. The confusion here is that if you hook up the wires in wrong position, you're gonna, first of all, the possibilities are that you're gonna damage the fan if you don't hook it up properly, because when you have 2 wires, you're moving from 2 wires to 3 wires, you have to know where the wire is supposed to go. I understand as a technician you can, of course you're going to go to neutral, and then the only confusion comes here, or the question comes here, is that do I really go to the L low or H high? So if you go from one wire goes to the neutral, if you go with L, the fan will spin low, it's going to run slow. But if you add it on the H, which is high, then it's going to run faster, the fan will run faster. And here you can see we only got blue wire over there, we got blue wire and then we got white wire. The white wire is the neutral, the blue is the line. So what you can do is you're gonna add neutral, of course, here, and then you're gonna add the L. I add this with a pencil to make sure I do not forget this. You're gonna go with the L, this pen. You're gonna add the blue here, the white wire here. The reason you wanna do this, is that you wanna run this fan lower, because if you add it on the high, it's a smaller unit. It's gonna cook everything faster and you're gonna have a lot of issues. So this small cavity unit cannot handle this low. Yes, if you had a large commercial cavity size, then you can go with the higher speed. Then that way you will be completely on the safe side, because it's a residential unit. It's a commercial grade semi-residential, semi-commercial. You want to go with low and neutral, and then we are going to add this after. So let me show you how to do this. Okay, so remember your neutral, you can only pull it out this much only. So you're gonna have to hold it in a position like this. You can barely see it because you're really gonna have to go like this, and then you have to kind of feel the wire, where this wire goes. So L, the blue one here, attach it, and then the neutral is going to be, you have to kind of turn it. So you have to turn it. Remember that it's possible that your neutral wire may stay a little bit loose there. Just in case, if it stays loose, please get a needle nose plier and pinch it in and retighten it, just to be on the safe side. See now how easy and smooth it sits in place. The other, I'm just gonna show you an example here, okay? I hope I'm not wasting your time here, but this is all for educational purposes. So let me remove the neutral from this line. So what I'm gonna do is I'll push this to the back like that. Just for fun, I'm gonna add this old one back in, and you're gonna see how hard is it. I'm gonna push it back. Okay, because I do not have the wires in here. If I add the wires, I'm gonna have a very hard time reinstalling this back in. And on this one, remember, when you don't look at it and you're adding the wires, you can make a mistake easily. So remember to focus on the, see, I already bent it. You have to be very careful, and please do not stress out the pins and wire, because you're gonna damage this new fan. I already, even as a technician, by mistake I bent it. It's not a big deal, but just be careful with this. So this is good, and now I'm gonna add my neutral here. Here it's good, it's not loose. And now I'm gonna add my screws back in. Line it up. You wanna add your top screws first. So one screw that goes here. You can even hand tighten it at first, just to be on the safe side. If you add this one, you can also add this one, or you can add this corner. So kind of zigzag it here. Now I can tighten this. Do not tighten it all the way until you add at least 3 screws. So, do not over tighten it, please, just tighten it enough. And now, before you put your cover back in, you want to spin this fan with your finger. If it's spinning freely, it's not making noise, you're good to go. If it made noise, then it's possible that the back is bent, or maybe these fins on the fan can also get bent, and then it's gonna get in contact with this panel and it will make noise. So you have to re-bend it back, and you can actually hold it from this one fence and pull it out. One of these fins, you hold it tight and pull it out. If you pull it out a little bit, that will take care of the bottom, but you have to spin it and a couple of times until you see and feel where it's hitting. The one it's hitting in that spot, that's the specific one you're going to pull out, and then that will fix the problem. So here, now I got this cover. You remember I added a T in here, T as a tango, T mark. Okay, so sorry, I'm not going to put this back, and I have to do my convection element. This is the convection element, and my wires, we tighten them. Make sure they're really good and tight, and then hold it straight and go inside slowly. Looks beautiful. And now I'm going to add my top screw first. So just to help myself, please leave it a little bit loose until you add your bottom screw. Okay, lower screw is good. The top is tight. Okay, my tango cover, T as a tango, I have it there. So you hold it tight. You can add one of your screws with your finger here. And then you can add your second one on the top here, or you can zigzag it too if you want. Just keep it tight until you add all your screws, because you want this panel to be a little bit flexible. It should has a little bit of movement, because see, the screw hole is not lining up, and there's a good reason why you should keep the screws loose. When you keep them loose, you have full control on the hole. And now we can retighten it slowly. Zigzag. Once you add all your screws, you hold it from the top and move it back and forth. From this side, and this side. You should not have any kind of movement. If you do have movement, that means maybe this is not installed properly, or maybe this part is not installed properly if you have movement, because if you didn't retighten these screws but you added the top cover, of course you're gonna have problems. So this looks beautiful now. The only thing you want to do is, you see this capillary tube, please push it up a little bit. You do not want it to get in contact with this panel here, because this is a steel panel with ceramic paint on it. If it sits closer to it like that, gets attached to it, it will confuse the temperature here. So the control board will get confused. I understand that the main point is here, that's controlling the temperature. We have gas inside of this capillary tube that expands and with the heat, but this is also important. You do not want to add this on top of this. So just keep everything unattached and loose there and adjust it. And now you can add your shelves back in. So what I'm doing right now is I'm actually adding these new shiny screws that came with the convection fan motor. By mistake, I added the old ones back in. It's not a big deal, but it looks more nicer if you add your new screws back in with the new fan motor. The last part is this. In order to add this back in, I'm gonna show you a slot in here. You have to focus on it. You see this opening right there? That opening is supposed to go right here. So when you reinstall this rack back in, you hold it up. This part stays up, the lower part, I'll show you. See, this lower part goes at the bottom of the rack in there, and this one goes on the top. So the way you're gonna install it is you have to hold it up. I'm gonna put this on the center, so kind of go like this from both sides. So when you get closer, you have to lift it up a little bit. See, the same thing, you have to lift it up and then push it back, keep pushing it, and from here, you see the way it looks here, you're gonna have to lift it up more, push it down, push it back. So if you lift this up and push it back, it may not go, and because of that, the trick here is you have to actually play with this part of the shelf. So lift it up. I'm gonna show you from the bottom. Lift it up and push it down. See, now it sits in place. I'll show you from the top. See how nice it sits. This side does not look normal, or maybe yeah, it does. Yeah, it's good now. Now you can open and close it. And this one is easy. This is the basic one. You can just reinstall it back in. Beautiful. So the unit is fine now. Of course, I'm going to turn on the power and check it. I will run the convection bake on this unit. I want to make sure my convection fan motor is smooth. It's not making any kind of abnormal noises, no squeaking, no vibration, nothing. If you got vibration, a squeaking noise, turn off the power right away. Open your screws, double check your work, reattach your screws back in, and then run it again and see how it goes. Other than that, it's a beautiful unit. It's going to run perfectly fine. So on this unit, there's also a software update version, which is version 3. It requires a new display board, and it also requires a main control board. It comes as a one kit. I will also provide the part number on my next video. I will also replace those two parts and make a video and show you how to do this. The reason I will be doing that is if the display is flickering, if the display is stalling, if the buttons are not working, the display touchpad is not working properly. For all of those issues, you're going to replace that version number 3 kit, and that will take care of the problem. Other than that, thank you so much for watching my videos. If you guys have any question, please comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and share it with others. You can also follow me on Facebook and on TikTok, the same name, Hameed Appliances Repair. Please mention which countries you're watching my videos from, so that way I know where people are watching my videos from. Thank you so much.